Oh, it's already going. Okay, so we've got an excellent connection. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Sylvia. So, welcome, Akasha here. We're here on day 4 of our Chakra Upgrade Challenge. So, I hope you're giving yourself an opportunity to play with these different interesting, really interesting messages and interactions and processes that are coming through in this challenge. Today, I have no idea what's going to come through. Yesterday, the night before, I started getting information about, let's talk about what healing really means, and that it's wholeness, and that it's oneness, and that each of these primary energy centers needs to be whole and healed to its true potential, the way that you right now know and feel you want to be birthed into, freed to be. Who am I really? What is that? Can we get it going on here now, right? So yesterday was so beautiful and soft, where we literally came into oneness with the elementals, the conscious intelligence energy that is each of our 7 primary chakras. And we went into a little place and they came around us, and it was so beautiful. And then the first day we did a beautiful one where we went through an elevator. Basically, we observed all of the chakras without judgment, without grasping, looking, assessing, seeing what's there. And day 2, we went to the heart chakra in a way that I've never encountered before. It was quite profound. So make sure you return back and you replay them. They're here for you. If you're in the chakra upgrade class, which is starting March 5th, woo! Hi, Genevieve. Oh, how wonderful to see you. Look at all that. Ooh, yay. Gosh, hearts and flowers and everything. So if you're in the chakra upgrade class, and if you're not, I highly recommend that you join us. We've just decided to put up a 6-month payment plan onto the website as a special for anybody who wants to join. It's good until the day we start, or a couple days after we start. And so if you're in that, you need to be doing these processes. So we are taking that process out into an audio, we're transcribing it, and we're putting these 5 sessions that we're doing up on the course page, which I think is going to go out today or tomorrow to everybody who's already enrolled. So these are really important. And the reason for the challenge is to get you to just focus, right? To say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make a commitment, make an agreement to myself that I'm going to focus on this particular part of my beautiful light body, to give it some attention. So we all feel like we haven't been heard, respected, valued, seen, right? We all feel like we haven't been able to fully express who we are, or when we do, that we've been received lovingly, unconditionally. And that is what we're birthing into. It's time to become the unconditional loving beings that we were here to be, by being that to ourselves, okay? So first thing is, go in and recognize. Stop being mad at your body. Stop being mad at your mind. Stop being mad at your emotions, right? Stop being frustrated with them. Stop being embarrassed of them. Stop being ashamed of them. Stop being angry with them. Stop being exhausted or depressed or disappointed because of them. Oh, I should have been further, or I shouldn't have this problem anymore, or I've worked on this for so long, why is it here? Or why can't I physically do this or that? Every single thing like that is lack of acceptance. When we complain, when we say, why can't it be different? Why isn't it different? It should have been, it could have been. We blame any of those things. We're going to a low state of consciousness. Make sure you get the scale. And we're also, okay, I'm going to tell Donna to put the scale up for us here. And also, one second here. Donna, are you there? Can you add the scale? There we go. Now, not note. Okay. You also have this connection to looking for it, bringing it into your consciousness, thinking about it, remembering it, feeling it, being afraid of it. it's all giving you an attachment to it. And so you're creating it again, and you're creating it again, and creating it again. We never know when your quantum leaps will happen, but you want to do something every single day so that when they open, when those moments open for you, boom, right? You can jump up and move forward from the best possible place you can be. So allowing, acceptance on the scale will show you that you go into harmony and you get surrounded in compassion and you transcend, which means there's no effort to change. There's no effort to separating yourself from these heavy emotions. So we've touched on that, didn't we, about the blocks and emotions and vows and contracts that we can carry in our chakras and other parts of our body, cells, light body, mind, emotions, right? And it's our choice, whether we feel like it or not. We've become unconscious and we're becoming conscious again. We're coming out of a deep sleep, a state of being hypnotized into being in slavery, essentially, right? We've been centuries now, give away your power, do what the school wants, the family wants, the king wants, the church wants, everything outside of you. Well, that paradigm is ending. And so when you realize, oh, instead of being mad at this part of me or that part of me or this thing I did or this thing I didn't do, what if I just unhooked from it and I didn't do it at all? I'm like, okay, it was in one moment. And you turn and you look forward. You look forward on your path and you start saying, what would it be like if? What's opening for me now? What's in this moment right now? I accept that I feel pain. I work with people in all levels of growth, health, on their path, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has big ups and downs, big challenges. Right now, especially, big things are coming up to be released. So giving this core energy center, which is the key to bringing the energy in and out of your body, your physical body, and therefore giving you the life force that you need to move forward. This is vital right now. So if you're stuck with pain or fear or lack of hope, I've seen some people in so much pain that they don't stay. And I think most people can relate to that in some way. They feel like they're stuck or they're overwhelmed within the energies that are around them, coming up within them, the challenges that they're facing. So if you feel that way in any sense of the word, then you're a hologram. If you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck or lost or hopeless or forgotten, uncertain, right? Hopeless. If you begin to realize that's a state and I'm connected to it, and if I feel it, then it's in my cells and it's in my brain and it's in my lungs and it's in my throat chakra and it's in my core root chakra and it's in every energy center, then that's going to be in my mental body, in my thoughts, and it's going to find the beliefs that are related to that and add to the heaviness of it. And it's in my emotions. It's in everything. You can't indulge yourself anymore in judging yourself, judging your condition, your situation, your money, your relationships, your past, your failures, whatever. You can't afford it. It's not a good use of your energy. It's a complete waste of time. You're not looking at your problems to create the problem again, berate yourself and think of every reason why it's their fault or your fault or this person's fault or it shouldn't be. It just attunes you to seeing every negative thing in your environment. And if you're attuned to seeing all this negativity in your environment, then maybe you're experiencing it just everywhere. Some of my clients and students are just completely overwhelmed right now with what's happening in the world or what's happening in their body or what's happening in their life. And the reality of it is fascinating. I saw some things this week in sessions that were so interesting. People are no longer like, you're blocked. You're ready, this thing's over here, but you're blocked. Okay, this is how energy fields used to be. It was pretty clear. Then it's like, hey, all this potential is happening and all these blocks are here, but here's what to do. And then it became, oh, here's all these other parts of you and guides and things that are coming in to say, I have this problem too. We came here together. We're going to get together. We're going to free each other. We're going to move forward and find deeper solutions. And then the readings and the energies begin to shift into just, putting it in gear, full steam ahead. And full steam ahead is what we're in. So I've seen people who are in the middle of an explosion. Something has literally exploded within their energy centers, their chakras, and they're walking through it like, a slow-mo movie hero who blows something up and is walking, through it. They're not ready for change. They're in change. All right. I had another client that felt completely overwhelmed, completely in every sense of the word, just completely hopeless, completely just washed away in a tsunami, really, right? And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. It's like being sucked under a giant wave and you're just tumbled around and you don't know which way's up. You're overwhelmed, you're immersed, you're engulfed. And if you felt that by grief or multiple emotions or just many, many things piling up in your life, and then, one more thing, so look at the energy. Stop going into the story. The story is great. It's fun. It's wonderful. We watch the fairy tale. We watch the archetypical journey. We watch the hero's journey. We watch, I leave my ordinary world and I meet magical people and I fight dragons and demons within me. And then I fall in love and then I lose love and then I die and then I come back and then I fight myself back. And then I'm, now I'm this wise hero with wisdom, not just youth, That's the journey we're on, okay? So everything you have, if you have that obsession with why me, or I'm overwhelmed, or I have no hope, or there's no way out, or this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, or, you really feel that you're just completely under. You just want to accept that you're just completely under. Don't judge yourself about it. Don't say, oh, it was good or it was bad, or I should have known better, or why isn't it stopped, or why didn't this happen? Or because what's happening? Then you're stuck inside of it, and it's in that chakra, and it's in your heart chakra, and it's starting to spread. So it's like a disease, and you can spread the disease through your chakras. So these chakras especially have to flow. They have to connect and they have to flow. So if you know what the caduceus is, they've now changed it to completely remove the energy from it. Wow, blew my mind. But it's the two snakes that go like this, up a staff. At the top of the staff is sometimes an eye or a sphere, and then wings. And it's been used on most hospitals in the US, and it's a universal all around the world. It's a symbol of health. But it started out as a symbol of life force because it's an image of your chakras and your core central system. The pillar in the center is your channel of light going up. It goes through, I call it your light antenna, all of the core chakras. We activate it in our light body school. We'll activate it in the intuition class. We're going to activate it in the chakra class and learn how to activate your whole light antenna, or the core central channel, sometimes it's called. Then the two snakes is your life force, the masculine and feminine or positive, negative, or however you yin yang energies that are required for form. That comes from your 8 original cells at the base of your spine. That's where the snakes come from, showing growth, movement, life force, and transformation. Snakes were so revered around the world because of their ability to shed their skin. They didn't just shed something and then start to grow and have this time period where they were super sensitive. They were inside of their skin, living their life inside, growing an entirely new them. new scales, new rattles, new everything, so that when they get to the moment that they shed that skin, they no longer are held by that limit. They can grow, they can expand, they have a new crown chakra, is what the rattle means. It just comes out fully formed. So there's a wisdom and understanding there. There's also sacred geometry on their skin that's very profound. So we want to remember that nobody that I've ever met has balanced yin-yang energy flowing up like those two snakes like this, crossing in each chakra. That's what it is. Every time it crosses, it's a chakra. So it starts at your 8 original cells, and then it crosses in the root, and then it comes and it crosses in the sacral, and then the solar plexus, and the heart, and the throat. And then the two snake heads, they end here at the third eye. That's why often you see it with an eye here. And their mouths are open because they're bringing up, they are channels or meridians called Ida and Pingala. And they draw this divine energy up based on your blueprint, and they bring it in a balanced way, equal measure of masculine and feminine crossing in each one of these energy centers. Now you have flowing, balanced, infinite, endless, safe, trustworthy, grounded life force flowing to all of your energy centers. So why would this be, it's also called the staff of Hermes sometimes. It's been taught through mystery schools and medical schools and healing schools for many, many centuries and beyond. Then they pour that energy into the third eye. So it comes up, and imagine this going, crossing in that root, and then crossing in the sacral, and moving, balanced. Because what happens now, what has been happening to us? The energy that's then poured into the third eye is meant to be what? A balance of both sides, and of who you are from your blueprint, and some information that those two flows of energy have gathered in each one of those chakras on the way up. So now you have the chakras connecting to each other, being infused, ignited, lit up, turned on by these two flows. And when they're in balance, they cross in an X, which is solar energy. It's a sign of balanced and above and below and all that. And it's a sign of the sun. And then it's even more energy is able to come and feed that chakra. What most people have experienced is very limited inner vision, very limited ability to see above this, okay, the 3D world, and to trust their inner eye. And, you know, just face it, every system on the planet has been created, almost every system, to control. That control might have come from a desire to help people. Really, I'm a loving person. It doesn't matter. Everything you've been taught was control. Be like this and we like you. Be like this and you get more money. Be like this and you're good enough. Be like this and, you know, you'll attract love. Be like this, be like this, be like this. That's been imbalanced because we aren't what other people have told us to be. We don't all think the same. We don't all learn the same. We don't all work the same. So igniting and upgrading your chakras is about something so much bigger than you can imagine. It's about igniting your truth. You're going to give a clear pathway for this Kundalini energy. You're going to give a pathway for these meridians within you, Ida and Pingala, to finally balance their flow. But since we've been in our masculine mind, we've had creativity removed. We've been belittled if we're intuitive. We've been criticized if we were sensitive or empathic, right? There's just been all this repression, criticism from just not saying anything all the way to burning you at the stake. Whatever it was in whatever age that we've had on these planets, all that energy exists right now. So we're letting it go. We're getting rid of it. And we're releasing it from the planet, from the dirt, from the plants, from the seeds. We're releasing it from us, from our essence, because this body is made of earth. There's some part of everything on this planet that's ever lived inside your body. All right. Then you bring in your purpose in your spirit. And now you may have a body that you know isn't the same as anybody else's, because we know our thumbprints and our DNA are different. But you are different, you who've entered here. But if this is, you're operating with this, with only masculine energy coming up and it being weak in the root and really weak in the sacral because you don't feel safe, or you don't make enough money, or you don't feel good enough, or you've been abused so you don't feel safe in your body, or you have secrets, or just believe me, there's so much shame and guilt and all that stuff in these two lower chakras, and so you don't get fully in your body, you don't ground, therefore you don't manifest, then therefore you don't make enough money, and you don't keep the things you have, and you don't feel satisfied. It goes on and on and on. So when we go to the chakras, we're going to the core. Let's not deal with a million different things. Let's just go there. But right now, you most likely have a very small amount of energy pouring into each of your chakras. It's not going to be a balance of masculine and feminine. I can almost guarantee you. And you might have come to a point where it's getting better. But it's not just that we need to turn it on. It's that the clogs and blocks that are currently in the chakras have been put there by us. They're a habit, and they're all those different things: vows, agreements, thoughts, beliefs, and memories, and all this stuff, and shoulds and I have tos and all that. So if you upgraded these chakras and they became clear and connected, then your central channel, your light antenna, now has a clear pathway to move through. And I'm going to show you how to activate your central channel. Then you're going to have the ability to have a clear space that's strong, that's upgraded, that can handle more Kundalini energy, that can handle more of your power, that can handle more of divine connection, more senses, more abilities to perceive and receive these heightened, stronger energies that are coming into, onto, and from the earth. There's way more communication available now. You have to activate your senses. You have to bring your intuition into your daily skills. You have to learn to trust it. You have to get your flow in your core. So what you want is to clear the path and upgrade the chakras. So then the central channel can start to flow, and we activate it. And then you can start to ask an optimal for me for this connection, freeing it, being safe, to free the optimal flow of balanced yin-yang energies from your 8 original cells, and to move in and through each chakra, pouring into your third eye, whatever it is. This is a way of communication, because this is your divine energy coming up through you. And then it's giving you, like, you can't turn the power on until you have, those different lines. It's not one cord, it's multiple different things coming together, right? And then you've got those flows come and they cross in the root. And the root says, you know what? I want to send this message. I want this information to rise up to the third eye, to the command center. And it puts it in that energy flow, and it crosses. And then it comes through the sacral. And let's see, like this. So then it comes through the sacral, and now you're saying, oh, the sacral's like, oh, okay, here, I'm going to give this wisdom, this energy, this answer, this question, whatever, to the flow. And then as it moves all the way up through each of these centers, maybe the root gave some information for the heart. So then that flow of energy drops off that package. This is like FedEx, okay, at the heart. and continues to carry everything else that was for the third eye. So by the time that the energy pours into the third eye, imagine your clarity. Imagine your trust of yourself. Imagine the abilities that you would have if you had this energy constantly pouring into your third eye. This information coming from your truth and your blueprint. This information coming from each of your chakras. And they're balanced and they're working together, right? And there's not this message coming through like EI32IOP tomorrow. That's what the messages are like now. They can't get through. They're too clogged. And now it's time to just say no. Just say no to judging. And that includes in the chakras. So look at what you're doing. Be honest with yourself. Are you really, really, like if you're in the phase of spiritual pride or pride, you are going to be doing something like this. Oh, I have this problem and I'm really upset and I don't understand why. I'm still doing it. I haven't done enough yet. I'm not good enough for this. I really hate that it's still here. It should be gone by now. And then you are offered, or you think, oh, maybe I'll do this meditation, or maybe I'll write out my frustration, or maybe I'll accept my frustration and just listen to it, or whatever it is, right? And then you say, oh, yes, I know. Be really careful. Don't be a know-it-all. Don't think you know. Don't think you know. You want to be confident in who you are. You want to say, I'm exactly in the right place at the right time, but I have to get an assessment of who I am and where I am right now. If I don't get an assessment of where I am, I'm blindly trying to make headway. Right? That's why I'm assuming the first thing we got was this process where you just observe your energy centers. You just observe your 7 primary chakras. You observe your root. You might see blocks, clogs, dead, barren land, or built up silt. So there's no nutrients or water, or who knows how you're going to see what's happening. But if something's blocked or clogged energetically, it can start showing you. You can start receiving it. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a color, maybe it's a shape, maybe it's an image, maybe it's a vision, maybe it's a full-on movie. It doesn't matter how it comes. It's perfect. So when these can flow, imagine what's going to be possible. And then you can free your crown, which these two have to connect. They have to become a command center, because the third eye operating alone has a lot of powers. Your pineal, though, which is your crown, is the crowning piece. Once you get the rest of the glands in your brain, if you look at the cross section of the brain, it makes the Egyptian eye, which is all the piece glands that make up your inner all-seeing eye. So you have the hypothalamus and the thalamus and the pituitary and the pineal and the corpus callosum, that's the eyebrow, and all these things. It's really fascinating to see how wise these symbols are, what they really mean. You can get the pituitary, the third eye, going. However, it has to connect through all of that center of that brain to the pineal back here. And the pineal is what needs to decalcify, take off its heaviness, open up. It's the 1,000-petaled lotus, it's the pine cone, and it's the multiple antennas. It's the radio station that can then connect to any realm, time, place, energy that's optimal for you at this time. Beautiful. So I didn't know that was going to come through. Thank you. There's so much wisdom in the symbols. These are the original symbols for the chakras. We have templates that we're going to download onto you in the class and into you, and we're going to show you how to activate it and integrate it, and we're going to show you how to cleanse it. You're going to show you what the chakras are for now. They all have upgraded and they're evolving. They have upgraded energies, upgraded purposes, much higher powers. And it's really important you have it. It's like, don't go to the Himalayas and climb the mountain without a really good coat. Okay, this is what people are trying to do. They're trying to awaken and heal and achieve and follow their purpose and do all these wonderful things. But when you're doing it, dragging yourself around without the right equipment, it's just going to be frustrating and ultimately might not work or may take a long time to work, right? So, okay, so let's take a moment and go into our process for the day. Let me share this. As you hopefully know by now, Akasha here, Nan Akasha, and my show has evolved into the Infinite Show. I've had a podcast and a YouTube channel now for a year or two, couple of years. But I've had a podcast for a very long time, and it's on Apple, iTunes, if you want. It's had different names. It started out as Magnetic Wealth, and was Bliss Life for a while. There was another name there. And this year, we've all up-leveled. And I was over the holidays. I was out in the ocean in front of me. It was this exquisite day. My beautiful partner took this picture of me, and I thought, this is exactly where we are. We are in infinite potential, infinite bliss. And when we walk into it, really like enter it, immerse ourselves in it, we have an opportunity to finally start living our purpose. And if it takes time to unfold, fine. There isn't an achieved state that you have to get to by a certain date. That old paradigm of planet, think about it all the time, is gone. Now go to nanakasha.com if you'd like to be on the email list where we send you all the reminders for this. Oh, good. So Donna put the scale up for it. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. So this is our upgrade challenge. We have one more day tomorrow. This is day 4. And this is the class. So I want you to think about going to shop.nanakasha.com and checking this out. We have a 4-pay plan. We've just put up a 6-pay plan, and it's going to be good through the start on March 5th. We want you to join this. It's becoming more and more obvious that every person needs this upgrade, needs this personal empowerment in order to be the full you that you are able to be. We're in a moment that's never going to happen again. So if you perceive it as a mess and bad, okay, but it's still never going to happen again, and there's opportunities in chaos. So there's huge opportunities and huge energies, and they may be overwhelming you and taking you down and amplifying and expanding the pain or the fear or the anger, and you're the one that can shift that. So remember, you're poisoning yourself. If you're thinking negative things, then your chakras are being fed negative food, and your mind is being fed negativity, and it's looking for more negativity. And pretty soon you become a massive magnet until you feel like you've been completely overwhelmed. You're stuck, you're immersed. Now, you might not be that bad right now. You might say, oh, yeah, I was that way once. You might be just in the moment of really moving forward on your path. That's perfect too, because what better way? You know, if you decide to become a speaker and teach online classes, you have to have a computer. And then you realize you have to have a decent microphone. And right now I have these little lights on me. So pretty soon you might, well, I need lights. That'll make my production better. This is what you're doing. You don't want to keep upgrading and expanding and awakening and receiving without having some sense of knowing how to activate your own inner core structure. Okay, so you're going to find and get rid of the blocks and those old patterns. You're going to upgrade the frequency. You're going to be able to hold more. You're going to be able to receive more. And it's going to have incredible opportunity to be in a community. People love the communities that form here. Sharing is part of the fun of the live experience. You do not have to come live. Do not let that avoid you, because everything is designed to be something that you repeat. So you can follow along. You could come to the Saturday classes if you can't make the Thursday classes. But we're going to have about 30 minutes about the chakra center. So we're going to go through learning what's new about this center, what's important about this center. And then we're going to have 60 minutes where we're going to do for that chakra. The heart one's going to be heart and higher heart. And We're going to cleanse and heal and template and download and upgrade and all of that stuff, okay? So then you'll be able to go back and say, you know, I'm having this pain in my heart still. I'm having this block in owning my power in my solar plexus still. I want to pull that one out. I want to work just on my solar plexus. And you're going to have the final journey that is going to integrate that central channel we talked about today, all the chakras connecting to each other, and these new upgraded systems flowing like we were talking about today. So once you have this new encoding, you can access higher frequencies and you will move forward on your journey. Some areas of your life will just change instantly. Some things may just fall away. Some things might gradually change. Whatever way is optimal is going to come, because you're going to be safe between your earth star and your soul star. You're going to feel safe to fully come into your body, to finally anchor in, to be wealthy or happy, to have pleasure, to get rid of the guilt and the shame living in those lower chakras, and get in there yourself. Enjoy it. Okay? All right. So I hope I will see you there, and we're going to go now to relax. And you can close your eyes. Oh, I was going to show you the scale. Thank you for reminding me. We'll do that. Yeah. So I was talking earlier, and this is a great thing to do, is to see how where you are is so powerful that you could literally be trying to judge yourself and beat yourself up for something that's impossible for you to achieve in this moment. So shame and guilt are the lowest energies. It's where blame. So if you blame yourself, or you blame the weather, or you blame your past, or you blame God, or you blame, you know, your body, your mother, the government, whatever. It doesn't matter who it is. If you blame, you're not accepting. If you complain, you're not accepting. Accepting is where the air begins. Forgiveness and harmony and transcendence and all these things. So look at these things, because there's an elimination that happens. You let go of caring about life and everything else when you're carrying around shame, feeling humiliated, have miserable thoughts, right? Hopelessness, that's indifference or depression. Feel despair in the emotional body. Well, if your emotional body feels despair and your mind feels hopeless, this is a client I had recently, and your overall state is just, I give up, I'm depressed, I don't have any energy, I don't feel like I have any control, I don't see any way out. You do what? You abdicate the throne, you leave the castle, you leave your authority, you leave behind your power, you step out of the kingdom and wander unknown. And when that happens, you feel condemned. The perspective feels like, I'm condemned to this life. I'm condemned to misery. I'm condemned to this or that. And every one of these things is like this. Look and find where you are. Learn about it. You know how horrible regret is in the emotional body? There's no solution to it. And that's the state of grief. So when that's happening, if you're having regret, you know that you're grieving over something. And because you've become sort of despondent, you don't have energy, this is going to go into your chakras. So if you have regret, despair, or blame in your heart, how can you be open and loving? If you have hopelessness and misery in your mind, in your third eye, in your throat, if you're speaking from that way, how on earth are you going to feel hopeful, harmonious, meaningful, abundant? So it isn't just, oh yes, this state is this happens to be the state or the emotion I'm in. This, if you're in a state, you're in that state across the board in every chakra. Think about the root. It's meant to draw in abundance, nurturing in every form. And it's meant to grow a garden that you can sit in and feel safe in. But if you have feelings of anxiety and you're frightened and you're afraid because you have parts of you that were you know, your head was chopped off and you were killed, or you were outcast, or you were disowned because you were a particular thing, then you're not going to feel safe getting into your body. If you were sexually abused, are you going to feel safe getting all the way into your body? If you feel ugly or not good enough, do you feel safe being in your body? I remember feeling like there was a huge part of me just trying to run away. And I'm standing there smiling and talking to people. Hello, how are you? And the bigger part of me was out the back. Help, help, let me out of here, let me out of here. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to be criticized. It's dangerous here. Bad things can happen. So we all have parts of us that are like this. And it doesn't matter if you need to know or want to know where they come from, they're living within you. And it's what's keeping you from expanding, from seeing the solution, from feeling synchronized, from trusting yourself. So you want to move up the scale, and you want to start being willing and neutral and allowing inspiration to come in until you get to the harmony and transcendence of acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean that you are agreeing or choosing or condoning anything. It just means you're saying, oh, wow, look at me. I am just full of venom. I'm like bitter. I'm just, this is bad and that's bad. And they did this and she did this. And I can't stop complaining about that. And I can't keep speaking about this. Something that's got infected you, right? You're out of control. Where are you? Maybe you're in pride. You're demanding. Right? Maybe you're in disappointment. I need this. I have to have this. A craving and disappointment and feeling stuck and feeling enslaved and denying yourself and wanting it and getting it and not having it. It's a really painful place to be. So you want to free your chakras from all of this. And when you do an upgrade, like we're going to be doing in the class, you're going to be able to template something that doesn't go into the old patterns, that doesn't have the old connections, has virus software, right? It can't be hacked. It has an excellent memory. It's like upgrading. Okay. So you want to get this scale. It's in the shop.nanakasha.com. It's free. And you want to look at these states of acceptance and willingness. I have you say, I'm ready and willing for a reason. Because when you say I'm willing, it means you're starting to move towards willingness, which is a power state. It's an uplifting state. And your emotional body feels optimistic. That's pretty powerful stuff. Your mind is hopeful. It starts to think hopeful things, find hopeful solutions. You can set intentions and you get inspired. It's a beautiful state to be in. And all you have to do is just say, hey, I have no idea how, but I'm willing. No idea how, but I'm willing. All right, good. So let's go ahead and relax. Take a nice deep breath in. Make a mental note later to go to shop.nanakasha.com and join the chakra class. Truly going to change your life. It is truly the answer to almost any question you have right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and draw it up. Feel it go across your forehead. Open your inner eye over the top of your head. Wash clean your crown. Let it go and let it pour down like a waterfall through the third eye, the throat, cleansing the heart and the higher heart. Solar plexus, the sacral, the root, the knees, the feet, and down through the earth star. Take a slow, deep breath in through the heart. Feel it coming in directly into the heart center and expanding the heart, expanding the heart, expanding the heart. I'm ready and willing and open and receptive. Let it go. Be a clear and open channel to my highest good. Be in my divine flow, aligned with my soul signature frequency. That which is optimal for me at this time. Now just take a moment to notice your energy. Notice what's shifted, what's pulsing. Where do you feel more energy? Where do you feel stuck energy? I have pulsing above my head, in front of my forehead. My energy field's starting to feel like the Michelin Man. I can sense it and feel it in a different way. Now, this third breath, I want you to feel that you're bringing up through your root. Draw it up from infinity. Whatever energies are optimal for me at this time, and draw it in all the way up through the sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown, out like a waterfall. Release it, and it comes down over you like a gentle rain, purifying, releasing, cleansing. I'm ready and willing right now to cleanse and clear my 7 personal chakras and allow them to release, to unhook, unburden, unpack. I allow them, and I trust my higher self, my body intelligence, my soul blueprint, and my I am presence to guide this release and cleanse. Whatever is old, outdated, heavy, limiting, whatever obscures flow and truth, whatever is sticky like tar, heavy like metal, locked like a dungeon, whatever has been living in my root, whatever has been living in my sacral, whatever has been blocking my solar plexus, whatever has been clogging my heart, whatever has been weighing down on my throat, whatever has been obscuring, blocking, and walling off my inner eye, and whatever has been separating me from my crown, my sovereignty, my royalty, my power, my inner authority, my connection, my truth, and my soul star. I give permission now for all energies and patterns in this or any life, this or any body, this or any time that no longer serve the greater good of my purpose and my divine plan in this moment. Take a deep breath in. Take everything you just said and put it in that breath and blow it out with great power and intention. 3, 2, 1. Feel it pulsing out every direction, front and back, side and side, above and below. Pulse expand. Pulse expand. Pulse expand. You've now delivered your intention, your permission, and your request, and it has been received in every level of your being and soul. Relax now. I am a clear and open channel to my highest good, and I ask to receive, feel, sense, communicate, and understand any of the energies gathering now to cleanse and clear my personal chakras. Take a moment to feel the resources, energies, guides, colors, parts of you, whatever might be gathering together, whatever elixir is being concocted, whatever fires or stars or celestial beings, what is gathering here for your optimal cleanse at this time. Now, as you're sensing this, you're feeling and sensing all these energies. They're pulsing, they're gathering. You feel a sphere of light beneath your feet. Your feet chakras are pulsing and opening. They're drains, but they go both way. They receive and they release, and they're expanding, opening, connecting, logging on to the communication with this sphere of light, this elixir of cleanse, clarity, optimal frequency for you at this time, for your 7 core chakras. Now, as you begin, you hold the intention that I now draw up like a straw through my feet, up through my legs into my root, this divine concoction of energy, this beautiful elixir for my cleansing, healing, and wholeness. And now it stirs and swarms and moves through the root. You feel things melting and shifting, being taken out and rearranged. Allow it, accept it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And surrounded with gratitude. Draw up now into the sacral and feel this divine energy move through this space. Flood in like a tsunami, swirling, burning, shifting, dissolving, rearranging. Watch, stand at the center. There's nothing to do. You are the host. You observe, allow, and assist. Now these continue to move and heal and cleanse and clear the root and the sacral as this energy pours up into the solar plexus, fills your inner sun, fills your belly, goes around and around, begins to clear away the darkness, reconnect the lights. It cleanses and clears as you see and feel more channels becoming apparent. Doors unlocking, light, lighter, and lighter. It moves through the solar plexus, which begins to pulse. It is unburdened. It continues to become more enlightened as this moves into the heart and floods the higher heart, and they receive and relax like drinking, feeling the most thirst and just drinking it in and savoring it. It's delicious. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And drinking in that energy. Thank you. Oh, yes, delicious, divine, delightful. You feel your heart relaxing, rejuvenating, becoming plump, full of this elixir, feeling so nourished. Your higher heart, your creation center of your soul, actually begins to drink. And you feel now everything move into the throat center, around and around and around and around like a whirlpool from above to below. It's spinning. The throat center expanding and pulsing like a centrifuge. This energy pouring in and being moved out and cleansed through, continuing, gathering, releasing, separating the energies, cleansing out the old, the blocks, cleansing out the fear, cleansing the past. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now relax and you send gratitude like loving energies in soft, subtle shades like you're surrounding each energy center with adoring, unconditional love. Thank you. The cleansing, the spinning, the moving, the rearranging, the dissolving continues in each center, guided by your highest good, your blueprint, aligning you back to the truth of who you are, and cleansing and clearing the heart and the throat. You now draw it up. It moves through the nose and the throat and the ears into the eyes, across the forehead, saturates the brain, the pituitary, the third eye, flows through the corpus callosum and all parts, the glands that make the eye, continues to flow back and forth, nurturing, bringing long-awaited, rich sustenance. The third eye chakra draws this in, draws it through the glands, pulses it through the brain, expands it out through the whole inner eye. Cleanse, clear, open. Free, release, rise. The expansion, the connection, the clarity. As the inner vision comes online, I cleanse and release. I freely release all that no longer serves me, known and unknown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I clearly receive all that's ready to come in and fill me up and nourish me and prepare me and strengthen me. I'm ready to be that which I was designed to be. Now you feel this flow pour into the crown center, moving around the crown into each coronet, spinning a spiral over and around the crown, up, higher, 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 becoming a pillar, a pinnacle, a pineal, a crown that comes to one point, a golden temple. Cleanse and clear my temple. Rejuvenate my many-layered being. Open my crown. I cleanse the past. I disconnect from the sources of information that drag me down, hold me back. And I now am free. Gold moves through every part of the crown, up, up, up. This beautiful pineal glowing with gold beckons you. Keep releasing. Rise up. I am the antenna to your soul. Now you feel a pulse of energy at the base of your spine. You feel the pulse of your soul. It's your frequency. It's your song. It's your rhythm. It's uniquely yours. You tune into it. You allow all of your chakras to listen. Like the heartbeat in the womb. This is your soul's heart signature beat. And it's beginning to be so you can hear it. Invite it now. Say, yes, I hear you. Come forward. Imagine being balanced and aligned, all the chakras clear, cleansed, vibrant, alive, moving, flowing in and out, up and down. Feel your beautiful heart of your soul in your 8 original cells. Imagine it releasing these 2 streams of divine energy, these meridians. This kundalini comes up and crosses in the root, arches out, goes to the furthest away from each other, expands into the infinite, and then comes back through the sacral and expands out to the infinite and crosses in the solar, out to the infinite, crossing in the heart, out to the infinite, crossing in the throat, out to the infinite, pouring in to the third eye. Relax and receive this waterfall of divine energy, nurturing, information. It pours down through each energy center back to the root, and it opens the eye, and the wings begin to come out of the crown. Nurtured and strengthened, they now begin to unfold. Imagine this is who you really are. Divine flow from your true purpose and path. Balanced energies flowing into the infinite, crossing in your center. Each energy center pulsing and glowing on its own, but also in an orchestra together, creating the most beautiful song, your soul's song. This is my truth. This is who I am. I now accept and ask to awaken in the timing and path that is optimal for me. Let my eye open, my crown unfurl its wings, my senses, antennas, and chakras reconnect to the multiple dimensions of me, of reality, of the worlds, and of the infinite. I am an awakened being of divine light. I accept that my structure is designed to hold this divine energy and will provide all that I need in each moment, in this moment. I accept. Thank you. Thank you. Allow this image, this sensation, this feelings of being this fully aligned, cleansed, clear, flowing, connected being of light. It's the truth of who you are. It's the potential of who you are. It is your soul's blueprint. It is your destiny. Accept with great gratitude and flood yourself in this moment and everything that has been here to guide you and all the energies that gathered for your cleansing, your purification, your opening. Give great gratitude and with thanks in this space, tell yourself, I love you. I know that you're beautiful and divine and powerful and aligned, and you're already here, whole and complete. I ask to connect with you and become in the consciousness, in the reality, in the timeline, in the earth of me, whole, flowing, connecting, the creator of the new world. And so it is. I accept it. I ask for it. I see and request it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that was a very deep process, a beautiful cleanse. If you join the chakra class, we're going to be editing that into an audio that you can repeat. It was a very important cleanse that not only cleansed with what is uniquely important for you each time you do it, that energy that gathers to cleanse your chakras and your energy field will be unique to that moment. That your overall goal, the template that you've now connected to, is to cleanse, clear, reconnect to these, and allow the pulse from your original cells that releases those meridians to flow in a balanced way to feed and open your inner eye and awaken your crown, the wings that are your crown. Beautiful. So take a moment to stay here if you can. Relax where you are. That was very powerful. It's important to be with it. If there's more coming through, to sense it, to reinforce it by acknowledging the feeling or feeling the gratitude. And then write down what you've experienced. It's very important to remember the things you've experienced or acknowledge them, because you may forget, and they're there. Remember that everything you experience, if you went out, I had a client that went out and said, oh, I was in and out of consciousness. I can't wait to re-listen to it. But I have a lot of students and clients that feel frustrated often, that they want to be conscious, listening to the process. Trust that it's optimal for you if you drift, if you're consciously here or if you're not, if you're focused in your body or you're focused to something happening in another area of your body. Be in the faith and the flow that how it's unfolding is the best way for it to unfold for you. Believe me, there's a lot of energy that can shift and move you don't need to know about. So don't keep being like, I need to know and I want to know. Trust it. Love yourself. Don't judge where you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I will see you in the Chakra Upgrade class. Go to shop.nanakasha.com. In the meantime, please share this beautiful challenge. What incredible processes and information have come through for us. I'm amazed. I'm blessed. I'm thrilled. And I can't wait to play with you. Namaste. In Laket Shalakin. We are one. I am another you. You are another me. And as one, what you do to upgrade affects me. And what I do to upgrade affects you. And it makes it easier for all of us to free ourselves and create this new paradigm of freedom and flow and frequency. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Hi, Lenore. So profound and expansive. Such a gift. Thank you. You're so welcome. Hi, Luna. Bye, everybody. I'll see you soon.